all-around creative block. Dancer, singer, and actor triple threat Ben Durocher.
Do you like puppets? Well, our first guest grew up loving them. Then he learned how to build them and perform with them. He's also a talented actor, singer, and dancer, and he was a finalist on the CBC reality program Triple Sensation, a groundbreaking performing arts reality series. Let's meet Ben Durocher.
You guys try it with me? Okay, here we go.
My parents heard about a workshop that was being given in building puppets, and I decided to take it. I was 7 years old, and I just fell in love with the art form, and not really knowing much about it, jumped in and started experimenting and just trying new things.
I've got to put myself to bed at 8:30 sharp. It
was being given by a puppeteer by the name of Noreen Young, who sort of got me into puppetry and has been a friend and a mentor since. She wasn't actually letting kids younger than 10 take the class, but my parents convinced her that I would behave myself and that I was a good kid to try it out, and she was glad, I think, that she let me try it out, because I fell in love with it, and I made a little clown puppet, which I still have in my house, and yeah, I've been doing it ever since.
What a night.
She talked about how puppets were sort of a way of acting and performing a character without yourself dressing up. It was sort of an extension of yourself through this creation made of rubber or foam or fabric, whatever you choose to make your puppets out of. And I think that's what sort of fascinated me the most, that you could make something that was completely not alive come alive. From there, I just, would watch television shows that used puppetry and would read books and ask as many questions as I could to find out, how this stuff is done. And I think just the mystery and the magic of it sort of really fascinated me.
Hi, Jess.
Noreen Young, who sort of headed up this puppet festival in Almont. The first year I got to perform just outside on the street corner with some puppets. The second year, I was actually invited along with my partner, Jess Fitzpatrick, to perform our puppet musical in one of the tents as one of the featured shows of the festival.
Life seems jolly rotten, there's something you've forgotten, and that's to laugh and smile and dance and sing.
That was such a great experience, just alone getting asked to perform with professional puppetry troupes from around the world was an honor, and getting to actually perform at the festival was so much fun. We had a blast.
Don't you know everyone wants to laugh? My dad said, be an actor, my son.
The style of puppetry that I've sort of latched onto the most is sort of a Jim Henson Muppet style of puppetry. And I mean, Jim Henson has really influenced puppetry in general. It's been around for thousands of years, but just the sort of really bright, colorful, simple characters has really fascinated me. So I guess just working with characters that are funny and simple are sort of my favorite thing to do.
Happy feet, I've got those happy feet. Give them a load and beat, and they begin dancing.
I found school sort of difficult, not really getting along with kids because our interests were so different. I wasn't really the athletic, sporty type, so going to an art school with other students that sort of shared a common interest with me was really good, and I felt like I was able to grow and mature well in that environment. I do a lot of musical theater and theater. Just since a young age have been singing and performing, and I guess musical theater was sort of a natural fit for me, being an actor who likes to sing.
No, it's just on the street where you live.
Triple Sensation, a performer who can act, sing, and dance.
Garth Drabinsky, who is the executive producer of the show, toured around some of the arts schools and high schools and colleges in Canada last year, and he came to Canterbury and gave a talk about the show, and it seemed like an opportunity that I should really try, because I didn't know if it would be something that would come by again, and Just everything he was saying about the show sounded so exciting. The teachers that he was talking about and the panel of judges even, just to get to perform for them was something I really wanted to do. After Garth Drabinsky had spoken at our school, I went to an open call in Montreal. There was probably maybe 300 people lining up outside to get in an audition, and I did, and I got called back to Montreal, and from there made it onto the marquee panel round.
I saw this light, and it was neat. I like to laugh, I like to spell, I like to never hear the bell.
And was selected as one of the 12 finalists for Masterclass, which was this boot camp for theater almost. We got to spend 12 hours a day learning from theater professionals from around the world, people from London and the United States and even Canada, and doing things from juggling to Shakespeare to dancing, all sorts of really, really interesting things. We were graded through that whole process, and the top 10 people with the highest grades moved on to the sort of top 10 round. Which was really cool. We got to, again, perform for the marquee panel, which featured so many big names in theater, and it was such a cool experience to get to perform for, you know, such influential people in an industry that I really hope to, you know, continue to have a career in.
I like it a lot.
I want to buy stock in that kid.
After my incredible summer in Toronto, I moved to Cincinnati for university at the College Conservatory of Music at the University of Cincinnati. And it's a conservatory within a university, so you sort of get the best of both worlds, which is really exciting. And I'm one of 20 in my class. About 700 to 900 people are seen for the school every year. And I was one of 21 in my class. And yeah, it's been an incredible experience there. I'm really loving it. Every single opportunity I've had, whether it was singing for 10 people or 100 people or, you know, auditioning for anything I could possibly audition for, I think sort of just getting myself out there as much as possible. And at the same time, you know, every experience, whether you're performing for, you know, a retirement home or for a daycare of kids, you're getting performance experience, and that's something that's really invaluable.
What's the big secret?
I just want to be performing, and whether that's in Canada, in the United States, for television, for film, for theater, I think as long as I'm performing and expressing myself through, you know, art, I think I'll be happy, and that's sort of my goal.
When you're feeling in the dumps, don't be silly chumps. Just purse your lips and whistle, that's the thing. And always look on the bright side of life. How was that?
Today we met only a few of Canada's top-notch talent who love to perform and create art. Now, if you'd like to learn more about who we featured on today's program, write to us at creativeblock@cbc.ca. I'm Lucy van Oldenbarneveld. See you next time.